We don't need a werewolf aspiration. I can't escape the werewolves. Why can't I escape the werewolves? Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Heathwyn and we are back today to play some more of the 100 Baby Challenge. And our second generation matriarch, Josephine, is almost an elder, and I think that she has had her last pregnancy. So in the last episode, we had a bunch of birthdays take place, but our two oldest twins, Nathaniel and Quinn, are not teenagers and they're not ready to move out of the house yet. And Josephine is going to be an elder in just a few days. And so I don't think there's going to be another pregnancy. We had the final set of twins born to Josephine, Noah and Carson. And so right now our heir is looking like it's going to be Jillian, who is a werewolf. Now, in the last episode, I asked you your thoughts, and some of you thought we should just go with Quinn, who is the next oldest. And I have thought about Quinn, and I've thought about Jillian, and I'm kind of thinking that we may just roll with Jillian as the next matriarch and remove her werewolf trait from her through like MC Command Center and just kind of like cheat that away. The reason that I'm thinking this is because Quinn is almost a teenager and there is still 5 children younger than Quinn. And so she would have to like hang out in the house for a while until those kids aged up and got moved out on their own before it would be time to like hand over things to her and she could start continuing to have babies for the Larson family and the 100 Baby Challenge. So Jillian, though, only has one set of twins younger than her, and so I felt like maybe she was going to be the better choice. So we'll just kind of see. Maybe Quinn ages up and is like gorgeous and we want to keep her around for genetics sake. I don't know. We don't have to necessarily rush now to age up and move out Nathaniel and Quinn. So we can kind of take our time a little bit and just see how personalities are starting to shape up. But without babbling anymore, let's go ahead and get over into our Sims game. It is a Wednesday morning, and so kids are gonna be like heading off to school like any second. All of the older children should be going off to school. So Josephine will be an elder in 3 days. And I really just feel like getting Nathaniel and Quinn A's as teenagers in 3 days might not be possible. It might be. We may be able to pull it off. It's hard to say. I do believe they're going to come home with A's today, and we will see them age up into teenagers. Nathaniel has a B right now in school, and he does have high confidence. Quinn also has high confidence and a B in school, but their performance is still kind of in the middle. So it's kind of a stretch to think that they might end up with A's. Orion just aged up into a child. He is the sole singleton in the family right now. So he is still a C student, and he has neutral confidence at the moment. And then we have our werewolf twin toddlers. We have Jillian and we have Kane, and both of them just became toddlers, so their skills are all pretty low. And then lastly, we have the final set of twins, Noah and Carson, and let's look at their milestones because I'm not sure where they're at. They just aged up too, so they don't really have any milestones, just smiled. So we've got some work to be happening here. Now, Josephine does have a potential baby donor should we need him. So Vasile Roswell, she's got like a bit of a romance happening with. So if we need to pull in one last baby donor, Vasile will be it. The potty training of Jillian has begun. Kane doesn't need to go potty right now. Oh, but he is like super stinky and needs a bath. And surprise, surprise, the speaker is broken. I swear the speaker has been broken like so many times in this challenge. And we have learned that Carson frequently sneezes. So that is one of his infant quirks. He is also awake and said, oh, he's still in here like by the bassinets. Oops, we never moved him. Honestly, I wouldn't be too bummed, though, to have Nathaniel and Quinn age up into teenagers because having teenagers around is really helpful because they can help take care of the other kids. And right now, it's just Josephine to caregiving for twin toddlers and twin infants, so that's kind of a lot. Oh, and Noah hates wake up time. Oh dear. So he's gonna be grumpy when he wakes up. Kane has acquired the thinking skill. Oh, and Kane loves books. That is one of his toddler quirks. We love that for him. Oh, that's right. I forgot that one of Jillian's quirks is that she loves water, so she comes and plays in the toilet. Oh dear. Oh, Kane has acquired the imagination skill, and Carson is a happy spitter. Okay, school is out for the day. Nathaniel still has a B student. Quinn still has a B. Orion still has a C. All right, nobody's grades got aged up, and so neither Nathaniel nor Quinn got A's, so they are still going to be children. Oh no, Nathaniel is feeling tense from a beastly presence from being near a transformed werewolf. What transformed? Oh, Christopher Volkov is here. Oh, nice. Carson has unlocked the Reach milestone as well. You live with a couple of werewolves. They don't transform yet, but you probably need to get used to that one, Nathaniel. Oh dear, and Quinn is looking like she's in rough shape. Let's get her cleaned up. Everything is kind of like a disaster right now, which is kind of like par the course for this challenge. I swear, everything is always in chaos. Oh, and Noah is also a happy spitter. All right. All right, let's get him put down, and then let's see if we can get a bath for Kane, because this poor kid is like the stankiest cloud of green goo ever. And Noah has unlocked the coup milestone. Very good. We love that for both of these guys. Noah has also unlocked the Reach milestone. So both of them have got their first fine motor milestones done. So we are loving that. Maybe once Josephine gets Kane bathed, and he also needs to go potty, so she needs to get him in potty training. Maybe once that's done, she can try some tummy time with some of the infants. Oh, Kane hates being carried now as well. Well, he's gonna have to like deal with that for right now. He won't have to be carried a whole lot, but Josephine was bringing him in to go potty, and he was like not excited about this. While Josephine is potty training, Nathaniel and Quinn are out here doing their homework together. Orion is in the bedroom doing his like all by himself. He really, I think Orion being the only singleton in the household, he really like has had to do a lot of things on his own, and I think he probably feels a little bit left out because he doesn't have a twin. And we have learned that Noah is a self-soother, so that'll be nice. So we're having another one of those moments where Josephine is potty training, but also needs to go to the bathroom herself. I swear the number of times I have had matriarchs pee their pants while potty training toddlers in this challenge is like very high. So since we do want Nathaniel and Quinn to get A's in school, I'm gonna have them do some extra credit work. Mainly, it's not so much to get them like moved out, because like I said, we're not gonna have time. Like Josephine is like too close to being an elder for that, but they can help with the other kids, so it's worth getting them a little bit closer to being able to do that. And I think since all the little ones have gone to bed and Josephine is tired, we're gonna let her go to sleep while they do their extra credit work. Orion is playing a little bit of chess and focusing on that while these two do their extra credit. I may have spoken too soon. Noah is awake and has had his first blowout. Awesome. So that means Josephine is gonna need to get up, and he is gonna need a bath to get that taken care of. So let's come and let's give Noah a bubble bath. Carson still seems to be okay. He's awake and not super happy about being awake, but he can manage. Although he has got to go potty too, so there's a potential for a second blowout. So let's get Noah taken care of before the same thing happens to Carson. And Carson has had his first blowout as well. So back-to-back blowouts for the twin infants. All right, and that is the first bubble bath and the first bath milestones for Noah. So let's get him fed before you put him down and tend to Carson, Josephine, because he does need to eat. And while getting Carson cleaned up from his blowout is important, also feeding your children is important. Oh, and Jillian is a light sleeper. She's kind of a handful. She was a intense infant. She loves water, she loves sounds, and she is a light sleeper, and she has to go potty And Josephine is feeding other ones. I do want to get her potty training Jillian though, because Jillian is really, really close to being able to go potty on her own, and that will make some things easier. So Carson's bath is gonna have to wait a few minutes. Right, Jillian has reached level 2 of the potty skill, so she can now go potty on her own, which is perfect. And so with that, we'll let Josephine let her keep pottying, and then let's come and give a bubble bath to Carson and get him cleaned up because he is in really a sorry shape right here. And then maybe Josephine will get to sleep herself. She's like so tired. Her fun is really low. She is like feeling flirty because her woohoo drive is high. And but she can't do anything. She just gotta care for like these toddlers and these infants. And she can't sleep. She's not having any fun. Josephine is like having a rough patch. And she's almost an elder. All right, we're gonna send Jillian back off to bed because it is 2 o'clock in the morning. She is gonna need a bath probably when she wakes up. But like, let's for right now let this poor woman take care of this infant and then maybe get some sleep herself. It'd be really good to have Nathaniel and Quinn become teenagers and then they can help. All right, and Carson has unlocked his first bath and his first bubble bath milestone. So both of them have all of their first milestones taken care of. And Josephine is gonna go off to bed and try to get some sleep herself. Looks like we have a bunch of children with loose teeth that are making them uncomfortable. Quinn is the only one that does not have a loose tooth right now, but both Orion and Nathaniel do. We did have Quinn and Nathaniel do extra credit work, so I feel like the chances are good that they will age up into teenagers when they go to school today. Yeah, they're both looking really good with that. Oh, Orion has now lost his tooth. He lost his tooth in the shower, so he is toothless now. Oh, and Kane is gonna need to go potty, so let's have Josephine get up, wake up Kane. No, Kane, stop. No, you gotta, don't. Noah has unlocked the grab milestone, so that's another fine motor for him. Carson is still asleep. Hopefully we can get Kane potty trained enough that he can go potty on his own soon, and then Josephine can really kind of put a lot of her attention on doing milestone stuff with the infants. I think though, let's have Quinn come and like clean up this potty to kind of help out a little bit because the potties are really, really gross. Okay, Kane has reached level 2 of the potty skill, so he can now go potty on his own, and that will be really good as Josephine can start to kind of put some focus on milestones for these infants. And in fact, let's have her come and do some tummy time with Noah since he is awake. Noah's unlocked the lift the head milestone, so that is his first gross motor. We love this. Go Noah. Then once Josephine gets Noah like taken care of, she needs to take care of her own needs because like she's kind of hurting at the moment. Carson has unlocked the grab milestone, so he is now awake. I feel like Josephine is never gonna get her needs taken care of. Oh, and Noah's unlocked the laugh milestone. And Carson has unlocked the coo milestone. There's like milestones happening all over. You guys are stoning like crazy. Jillian is stinky and hungry. Josephine is making something to eat because she's also hungry. It never ends. Okay, Jillian has reached level 3 of the imagination skill. So she is done with that skill, which is good. And she's also reached communication level skill. Jillian is kind of crushing it with her skills. She's got 2 at level 3, potty at level 2. She hasn't done much with thinking and movement yet, but she's like doing really well. Kane is not doing as well. He only has communication at level 2. He's inquisitive too, so I would think that his skills would like go up faster than they are, but they're not. Okay, so Nathaniel and Quinn are home and they have A's, and Orion is now a B student. So that means that we are not going to waste any time and we're going to get both of them aged up into teenagers because Josephine really does need the extra help. They're not going to get to move out in time for Josephine to get pregnant again, but we can at least get them so that they can help. Nathaniel's going first to blow out his candles. And Nathaniel has aged up and he has gained the high self-esteem trait. And so we are going to go over into our random number generator. We are going to generate a random number between 1 and 16 to determine his aspiration. And he got an 11, which is nature. And there are 8 different ones to choose from. So now we're going to randomize between 1 and 8. And we got a 5. And so he will be a curator. The sim wants to collect everything the world has to offer. Interestingly enough, that's also Josephine's aspiration, which we have done like nothing at all with because she's been too busy having babies. And then we're going to randomize 3 times to find out what his teenage trait is going to be. 1, 2, 3. He is self-absorbed. This is interesting. So he's good, but he's self-absorbed. Maybe he's like self-absorbed and all full of himself because he is good. And so he like wants everybody to know it. It's an interesting combination of traits. But that is Nathaniel. Ooh, and he really is going to need a makeover. I don't know what's going on with him, but he needs some help. O'Kane has also reached communication level 3, so this is good. Now let's get Quinn aged up into a teenager. All right, and Quinn has aged up also with a high self-esteem trait because she had high confidence. So we are going to do the same thing for her and randomly generate a number between 1 and 16 for her aspiration. And we got 16, which I believe is, oh my gosh, it's the werewolf aspiration. Okay, we're gonna re-randomize this. Well, actually, yeah, we're gonna re-randomize this for her because there is the potential that we're gonna have her be the heir. We don't need a werewolf aspiration. I can't escape the werewolves. Why can't I escape the werewolves? Let's try this again. Okay, this time we got a 2, which is athletic. So we've got 3 choices under athletic. So let's randomize between 1 and 3. And we got a 1, which is the championship rider aspiration. The sim wants to be one of the world's premier horse riders and will prove it by participating in horse competitions. If she's gonna be the matriarch, she is not gonna get to ride horses, but okay, we'll roll with it. And then randomizing her teenage trait 3 times. 1, 2, 3. She is nosy. So she wants to ride horses. She's good and she is nosy. So some interesting combinations of traits for Quinn. Also in need of a makeover, it would appear. So let's do that. Let's get them both made over and we can take a look at what they look like as teenagers. All right, so here is Nathaniel as a teenager. I think he's kind of handsome. He's got like quite a strong jawline, but in The Sims when like chins and jaws like tend to disappear, I'll take it. So this is his everyday look. He is kind of like very long and lanky looking. I mean, which is kind of typical. He's a teenage boy. A lot of teenage boys are long and lanky, and Nathaniel definitely is. So this is his everyday outfit, his formal wear, his athletic wear, his sleep wear, his party wear, his swimwear, hot weather, and cold weather wear. And this is Quinn, our championship rider and maybe heir and 3rd matriarch. She is really pretty. She's got quite a long face, which her baby donor was Prince Rocca, who was a child of Paolo Rocca, and he also kind of has like one of those long faces. So this is her. I do think she turned out quite pretty. I kind of embraced her like championship rider aspiration, and I gave her stuff from the Horse Ranch pack for her outfits. So this is her everyday outfit, her formal wear, her athletic wear, her sleepwear, her party wear, her swimwear, her hot weather, and her cold weather wear. So she is, I guess, ready to start riding horses, but I don't think she's gonna get to ride horses. I'm really sorry, Quinn. I think Carson had another blowout because he is in here like super stinky. So Josephine, you need to get on that. Although we do have teenagers now and they can actually like help do stuff. Oh, look at that. Nathaniel is like started with his homework and Quinn is playing Blitch Block. That's not really helpful. Let's get Orion doing his homework because I wouldn't be opposed to a third teenager in the house. Oh, poor Quinn. She will never achieve her horse riding dreams. Maybe if she isn't the matriarch, we move her to Chestnut Ridge and get her a horse and let her, like, at least attempt to have that for herself. Carson frequently hiccups. Why do these infants keep having blowouts? Oh my gosh. Noah has had a blowout. All right, let's get Quinn on this. And she can come and give Noah a bubble bath. She needs to do her homework. She's started it, but she's not very far. And she also has to get a skill up. Same thing with Nathaniel. Oh, he's got his homework and he has a skill, so he's a little bit ahead. Noah has unlocked the toe and mouth milestone, so he has got another fine motor. We love that. Poor Josephine has, like, not slept. We need to let this poor woman sleep. Now that there are teenagers in the house, maybe she can get some rest. Noah has unlocked the babble milestone. We should see where he is at with milestones. Okay, he has all 3 fine motor, he has all 3 firsts, and he has 4 socials. So he just needs 2 more gross motor. And then Carson needs 1 more fine motor. He doesn't have any gross motor, and he needs 1 more social. Okay, so we need to focus a little bit on Carson, I think, when he wakes up and try and get him some of those skills that he needs. Josephine is finally getting in here to give Carson a little bit of attention, and hopefully we can get some of his milestones moving. He has unlocked the lift the head milestone. Okay, this is good. He needed some milestones. He is behind his brother Noah, so Carson needed a little bit of help here. And he's unlocked the laugh milestone. He needed that too. All right, Josephine, why don't you come and put him down on his playmat so that he can, like, play with his toys and maybe develop a fine motor skill. Carson has unlocked the toe and mouth milestone. So he now has all of his fine motor. Wait, that's Noah. So he now has all of his fine motor and all of his social. He just needs 2 more gross motor. And I think Noah just needs 2 more gross motor. Yeah, they both need some more gross motor skills. So with that, I think let's come and do some tummy time with Noah because he just woke up and chances are Carson is gonna need to go to sleep soon. Okay, so I did decide to humanize Jillian. So Jillian is now a plain old boring human. So she is no longer a werewolf, which we really did kind of need to have happen for her. So she can potentially be our heir. I think she will be our heir, honestly. Like, I think that that makes the most sense. So she is now a human, and Cain, though, he is still a little werewolf. And Noah has now rolled over onto his back, so that is his second gross motor milestone. And Noah's also unlocked the clap milestone. Very good. He is, like, cruising through his milestones. Cain has reached thinking level 3. He still needs imagination and movement, so why don't we have him come and play with a toy? Oh my gosh, another blowout. The number of blowouts these infants have had. This is just ridiculous. I swear, they are like needing baths constantly. All right, the older kids are home from school. Nobody has had an increase in their grades, and it is now the weekend, so they won't be going to school. But they can work on like their school projects and things like that and getting skills up. And Josephine will also be an elder. Like, that's going to be happening too. And Carson has rolled over onto his back, so that's his second gross motor milestone. They are getting close to aging up into toddlers, and Josephine is also getting close to being an elder. And I think with this, though, we are going to wrap up this episode here. We had Nathaniel and Quinn age up into teenagers. There's been a lot of like working on skills and milestone developments and a lot of things like that happening in this episode. So a lot has happened, but we haven't moved forward a whole lot. I did humanize Jillian, so she is no longer a werewolf. So she is going to be our 3rd generation matriarch. I like Quinn, but I think Jillian makes the most sense just because Noah and Carson are the only two younger than her, whereas with Quinn, we've got all of these other kids that are younger than her. And so it would take longer, and I just think that it makes a little bit more sense to focus on Jillian, which means that we will be putting a little bit more emphasis on Jillian and like getting things done for her, and it won't be a rush to age her and Kane up into young adults to move them out, because we'll still be waiting for Noah and Carson. And then once Noah and Carson are young adults and on their way, then Jillian will officially take over as the third generation matriarch. She will get her own house and she will start to live out her life. And she's still a toddler, so we don't know what she's going to be like. Is she even going to get traits that's going to work for this? It could be really interesting because Josephine got the loyal trait, which was not a good trait for a matriarch in the 100 Baby Challenge. But let me know your thoughts on Jillian as the next matriarch in the comments below. And thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!